Hello, leaders of the world. Welcome to Spread Love in Organizations, a podcast for purpose-driven healthcare leaders striving to make life better around the world by leading their teams with genuine care, servant leadership, and love. I'm Naji, your host, with a special episode in partnership with Boston Biotechnology Summit, a bridge to collaboration and innovative synergies between healthcare stakeholders. I'm joined today by Jonathan Levy, CEO of Pepkon. Jonathan is a pharmacist from University of Paris with a master's in management from ESSEC Business School. He has worked in various environments of the healthcare sector in France, from pharmacy to hospital, and also in big pharma and startups. His last role before joining Pepkon was within Truffle Capital, a French venture capital, where he participated in several investments in biotech and also company creations, M&As, and licensing deals. 2 years ago, Jonathan joined Pepkon, a startup developing first-in-class therapeutic peptides in oncology, first as a COO and now leading the company as its CEO. Jonathan, it's a pleasure to have you with me today.
Thank you, Naji. I'm very happy to be here with you.
Well, first, congratulations again on winning the first prize of the Boston Biotech Summit in 2024. Before we go there and what you do at Pepkon, I'm really interested and eager to hear more about your personal story, what brought you to pharma, healthcare, and now becoming a CEO in a biotech.
Yes, so when I was young, I was very interested in science, medicine, and I think also helping others. I really was looking up to my family members, like my grandfather and my aunt, who had that DNA of being a doctor, and helping others. And at the same time, I was very interested in the business aspect, leading companies, and wanting to have a positive impact with my hands-on. Always daring to be in very challenging situations, because I feel that's where you learn the most. And also, I have the example of my, several entrepreneurs around me, like my father, who was CEO of a big company. So for me, being entrepreneur in the biotech field is really a perfect mix of my aspiration in medical and business field.
Can you tell us that now that you're doing it, I love how you're framing it between science and leading organization, and the biotech feels like the best of both worlds to you. Can you share with us what have you learned so far as a leader and as an individual who has built this company from early on?
So first, I'd like to say that I didn't create the company. I joined it a few months after it was created. And I think the first thing I've learned is, I don't know if that's something you learn, but it's humility, because I've joined a project that was that had a very a breakthrough science with a few amazing people, and I had to recruit some other great skilled people, So the first thing for me was being humble, listening, learning, and then after a period, I started to really take the leadership, build a strategic vision, take people with me, and of course take the decisions. So that's why I became a CEO of the company, and I think it was an amazing experience for me to become a leader at a very young age, because I learned a lot and very fast.
So as you're going through the journey, I always said science humbles us. So I love that you started with this. There's the humility that you're building, I imagine, by building the team, as you said, but also with the science. You're starting, you have great science so far preclinically. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you do and what you're trying to solve at Pepkon?
Sure. So at Pepkon, we develop therapeutic peptide, which come from the academic research of the lab of Professor Philippe Carroyan. So it's French academic research. And we develop first-in-class therapeutic peptide. What's very unique is we're exploring a new cell-death pathway, which targets CD47 in a very selective way, which means that it's killing cancer cells while sparing healthy cells. It's very different from what's currently in development. And the lead product we have demonstrated its efficacy on several indications, including solid tumors, several kinds of leukemia also, even on refractory patients. So we're now conducting preclinical studies on animals, and our goal is to start a first-in-human clinical trial end of next year. For that, we need, of course, to raise a Series A, and as of now, we've been lucky enough to raise 5 million euros, including several grants from BPI in France, which is a luck.
Well, it's also a testament of your work, and I would just frame it as luck, even if you're doing it. So as you look through, you're saying potentially going through Series A, building a phase one with multiple indication in oncology. As a CEO today of the organization, what is your biggest challenge and what is your biggest opportunity you see for the next month?
So I think every biotech has the same challenge. It's a race against time with limited resources and really like daily ups and downs. So I think one of the main challenges is raising money, and it's also raising money and differentiate yourself on the scientific aspect in a very competitive and international environment. And I think it's in oncology, it's very, oncology is really a very competitive field. You really have to demonstrate the differentiation, and you need to convince not only the doctors, but also the investors, the pharma company, and you have to fit with the strategy, of the pharma companies, and also take in consideration the real data you have. So it's really a mix of the data, the pharma need, the business, the investors, and of course, and what's most important, the patient, because it all started with patients, and at the end, the common goal is bringing patients safer and more effective treatment, and that's really the goal of Pepkon. And I would say another challenge, and I think it's a common one for CEO. It's recruiting the best team, the best skilled people. Of course, you bring to the team people who are way smarter than you with skills that you don't have yourself. And the job of the CEO is to bring out the best of each of us, of each of the team member, motivate them, inspire them to be with you in this journey, and then take the best decision for the company. So, in the end, I'd say it's because you asked for the challenge, but also the opportunity. So I say the opportunity is that I'm just lucky to be part of this project, which is fascinating. I'm learning every day with people who are way smarter and experienced than me. And I think the opportunity that I'm motivated every day by this goal, which is really a noble cause, which I feel is bigger than us.
This is crucial, as you're saying. It's the core of what we do in this industry, trying to bring new hope, new medicines for several people who are in need for better treatments. You did a great segue to my next question about team. So as you've been building your team, growing your team within the startup, how do you think about it as you scale up your company and move from a stage to another?
So first, as I told you, the main thing is to bring to the team people who are very skilled, but it's also bring people who have the same motivation and values. So we share the common goal, of treating patients, and we also look at personality and soft skills, because we really need the team to be working together well in order to advance the project.
Combination of skills and, as you're saying, focusing on having the shared purpose, you said, and the shared values with your organization.
Yeah.
Is it, when you think about it, I know for the Boston Summit, you came to Boston, obviously, where you won the prize. Is there like top line differences that you felt between the ecosystem that you have in France and in Europe compared to the one you saw in Boston?
Of course, Boston is really like when you go there, you arrive there, you feel that there is a huge ecosystem in a very small place with all the investors, the pharma, the startups, and all the best hospitals. So I think the combination of all these very smart people in the healthcare sector is really a great opportunity to move the projects maybe faster. But I would say that in France also we have a great ecosystem which is growing up more and more, and we also have great financing opportunities in terms of non-dilutive opportunities. So I'd say that the Boston ecosystem will be a great next step for us, and that today we are well established in the French ecosystem, and that we have many great opportunities here in France.
Oh, for sure. Well, I'm biased. I'm French too, but I think what the science has no limits, had no frontiers, and you guys have great science and great teams working on this science to bring it to people. So, wishing you all the best in this journey. I'm gonna move now to a section where I will give you a word, and I would love your reaction to it. So the first one is leadership.
As I said before, first is being humble, listening to people in the team, and then providing really a strategic direction that motivate them to give the best, to follow you, and you really also have to take the decision for the team. In the end, it's even if people give you a lot of advices, a lot of information, it's you who have to handle the decision and give the example and the vision. Yeah.
Second one is innovation.
I'd say innovation in healthcare is not something. It's like not only something new. It's not only an invention. It's something that is new, but that also will be useful for patients. That will make their life better. And that's what we, of course, all work for. I'd say that we're lucky to have very smart people in the lab, very smart scientists with amazing inventions. And to make them innovation, you need to take them out of the lab and bring them to patients. And that's the job. That's the job of a biotech company.
The third one is VC.
Venture capital is necessary because you cannot advance a project in biotech without money. Not easy to convince because they are very smart and they have smart analysts. But I guess they have the same goal than us to bring value, to create value, but also to bring an innovations to patients.
The last one is spread love in organizations.
I'd say so. Spread love for me is to grow, to help people around you grow as well. So to share your experience, to help people, help them be happy and achieve their personal goals and ambitions. But with the aim, like the common aim to reach a shared goal, which is, as I said before, bigger than every individual, and that we can only achieve by working together as a team, with the team, but also with partners, doctors, investors, and of course patients.
Any final word of wisdom, Jonathan, for healthcare leaders around the world?
I don't know if I have wisdom to share, but I'd say that in oncology, but also in other diseases, we all have friends or relatives who are sick, who have cancer. So our common goal is to help them, to bring something new to increase the life of patients. I think it's for us, it's more than a job. It's a passion. It's a mission. And I guess together we're going to. I mean, we aim to advance science, but also advance healthcare. And regarding that, very often, we have some startup competition, and I never look at my colleagues as competitors. Really, I think there is a need for everyone to bring its science, and there is not only one company that will reach the goal. It will need everyone.
No, but this is a great way to wrap up this great conversation. I love how you said it. It's more than a job, it's a mission. And it's so true. All of us share this mission to hopefully be able to bring more life to patients and more years to their life too. So thank you so much, Jonathan, for being with me today. Thank you all for listening to Spread Love in Organizations podcast. More episodes summarizing the Boston Biotech Summit are available on SpreadLoveIO.com or on your preferred podcast app. Follow Spread Love in Organizations wherever you listen to podcasts and spread the word around you to inspire others and amplify this movement our world so desperately needs.